What do you know now about choosing a career that you wish you knew earlier?
Well, I think it's sort of like a central theme through what I've been talking about, but um, I wish that I knew how valuable I was as an employee at a company. And I wish that I knew that I was valuable and I was there because they wanted me and they wanted my skills. And that I wish I had been able to set up more boundaries as a younger, member of the workforce, able to set up those boundaries for myself, for my mental health, for my emotional health, being able to say, no, I'm not going to work nights and weekends unless you're paying me to work nights and weekends and, things like that. And there will be difficult weeks. There will be times when you're working nights and weekends and not getting paid for it, but that shouldn't be all the time. And if you find yourself in a position like that, you're really being taken advantage of. And I think that the last couple of years with all the remote working, unfortunately, obviously everything happening with the pandemic, it really made employers stop and think, how are we valuing our employees and how are we showing them that they are important? Because the employees are how the work gets done. So we need to be there and we need to be happy and we need to be, able to work and do the work that we want to do. So I think that's something that I wish I had focused on a little bit more earlier on. And I think that's something now as a manager with, a team of 4 people that I can help them make those choices and I can help them put up those boundaries. And I can say, you haven't taken a day off in a while. Let's get one on the calendar. Or you keep sending me emails at 8 p.m. at night. No, if you need to work at night, that's fine, but schedule the emails to send the next day. That I remember, like when I was younger, I was always hustling. Like I was working late. I was sending emails at 10 p.m. Because I thought that showed that I was dedicated and I was there and I was, ready to show up. And then one day my manager was like, that I don't like receiving emails from you at 10 p.m. because then it makes me start thinking about work and it's 10 p.m. and I don't want to do that. And I was like, oh, I didn't think about how me doing my work and then involving somebody else in it was really bringing them into it. So I schedule all my stuff to go out in the morning. I work a lot at night. I schedule emails to go out at 9 a.m. the next morning or, schedule things for the next day. So I forget where I started with that answer, but
No, I think you really touched upon really great stuff. What did you know now? What do you know now that you wish you knew earlier? That's very interesting. Yes, that your work ethic could then affect other people and that you found the workaround, which is great. So you use the schedule like Hootsuite possibly or something along that lines to develop.
scheduling for emails. So
Oh,
for Outlook. Yeah. So Outlook has like a, schedule things later function. So I'll schedule things to send the next day, or, if I'm working over the weekend, I'll schedule things for Monday. Just thinking again, how like the work that you're doing, how it impacts other people and how other people don't necessarily want to get a message at 7 p.m. Because they might have signed off for the day. And now it brings them right back into work and breaks down the boundaries that they've put up for their day. So that's something that really reset my thinking and, really just made me realize that like I have to set up boundaries for myself. And then I also have to model those boundaries for my team and model those boundaries for younger employees who see the way that I work and look at me as a vice president. And what am I doing? Am I sending emails? If I'm sending emails at 10 p.m. at night, that's setting a terrible example. So, you have to set the example for the younger people and just sort of show them the best way to put up those boundaries.